Good morning, everybody. My name is Darren. I work at Severn Trent in the new talent team as attraction and selection lead. I'm delighted that we're working with the BAME Apprenticeship Network during National Apprenticeship Week. And I'm going to talk you through information about the range of opportunities we have at Severn Trent in 2022. So the agenda that I'm going to talk you through over the next 20 minutes or so provides a short overview of who we are and what we do. It's really important for people that are starting out in their careers to think about the culture within an organisation that are looking to join. So that's equally important to parents as well. So I'm going to cover that in a little bit more detail. We'll cover off the apprenticeship programmes that we have, what our apprenticeships look like. They're split into two different areas. So we have a number of operational opportunities in our communities and out on our sites, and both from an engineering and non-engineering perspective as well. And then we also have a number of commercial programmes in our offices, mainly based in Coventry and Derby. We'll talk you through the application process and key dates to consider as well. Our applications are open. I'll talk you through exactly what it is that you need to know. And then just finally, what that offer is for you. It's a massively important decision that you're making when you're starting out in your career. So it's really important that we provide this information, you have this accessible to you as you complete your careers research. So who we are Severn Trent? So we are a regulated water and wastewater business. So we look after geographically the whole of the Midlands and outside of the Midlands a little bit as well. So the map that you can see in front of you there is the patch that we look after. So from the southwest in the region, in South Gloucestershire, through to the northeast, Scunthorpe and everything in between, and including a small part of Mid Wales and North Wales, Havant Dyfrdwy. So there's some big numbers that are on the screen in front of you, details of employees, and also the volume of the product that we provide to over 8 million customers across our region. So the clean water that we provide every single day, and the wastewater that we recycle and put back into the environment. So it's a huge operation that we have, and we have a huge range of opportunities as well. You can see on the right-hand side there, as part of the Severn Trent organisation, we have different businesses. So bioresources being one, green power. So bioresources, they're a really exciting area of Severn Trent, and the byproduct of waste is commercial value. So we work with the agricultural industry and providing that product to farmers as a fertilizer. Green power and the environment is hugely important to us, and also to provide that water and take away the wastewater as well takes a huge amount of energy. So we have green power part of our business that generates power through food waste anaerobic digestion plants to be able to sort of give us the energy needs that we require to operate our assets. Severn Trent Services, they look after commercial contracts for water hygiene services and wastewater hygiene services with commercial organisations, not just within the region, but outside as well. So from John O'Groats to Land's End, we work with organisations providing those services as well. And then developer services. So if you think of new developments, if you think of new connections and new builds in our communities, then we have an area of the Severn Trent business that would look after that also. So there's huge opportunity in all of those areas that I've mentioned in terms of areas of the Severn Trent business, but also I suppose on site across our communities and in offices as well. I'm not going to go through this slide from end to end. It provides details from how we collect water all the way through to putting it through processes and customers enjoying it and then putting it back into the environment. But what it does provide is scale of what we do. So the numbers that you'll remember from the slide previously, there's some 7,000 people that work at Severn Trent, making sure that 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, that we're able to sort of serve our communities with the products that we provide and the services that we provide. So from abstracting and collecting water in different ways, through to cleaning it, distributing that, everybody enjoying that water, then collecting it and cleaning it again and putting it back out into the environment. We have some amazingly technical, proud people that will work across a whole range of different areas of the Severn Trent business. And then underneath there, that investment of renewable energy as well is hugely important. I mentioned about the energy that's required to operate what we call assets, so our sites. And we sort of look to generate as much power as we can to be able to do that. And any excess energy that we sort of create, we're able to sell back to the grid. So there's different ways in which we do that. I mentioned food waste anaerobic digestion plants. We also have solar and wind turbines. And then there's the gas there from the sludge anaerobic digestion plants from a bioresources perspective as well. So hugely important to us. And again, there are opportunities in all of those areas. And when you're considering what opportunity that you wish to pursue in the program that you're looking to, organisation that you're looking to join, whether you are that young person starting out in your career or you're a parent that might be guiding your child to what opportunities are available, well, what's hugely important is to consider the culture that an organisation has. So Severn Trent has a purpose, and that purpose is taking care of one of life's essentials. So no matter what role people are in, they will take a lot of pride in going about their work, making sure that individually and within their teams, they're reaching the goals that have been set. So all of our people take a lot of pride. All of our people as well embrace curiosity. And as young people who are on the start of that career journey, then I'm pretty sure that this links in nicely with what you're thinking. If you're watching this, then you're somebody that is wanting to find out more, and you're wanting to learn and wanting to gain that knowledge that is going to help you. And that's no different for our employees. We all look to be better and be the very best that we can and develop and continually develop as we go through our career at Severn Trent. So embracing curiosity is something that we do. We also have courage. So have courage. Sometimes there are projects or tasks, because of that continual learning that you're doing, not everything is going to sort of fall into place first time. And sometimes we have to go out of our comfort zone to achieve those goals. But with the right support mechanisms around you, then that's achievable. And we all have the same goals, and we work very collaboratively. And that's where showing care comes in as well. So we show care to our colleagues to make sure that we're all, I suppose, achieving what we want to achieve, but also from a well-being perspective as well is hugely important. So it's a very supportive culture that you'll find within Severn Trent, to be able and doing all of those things. And those are our values. And you should recognise yourself, I think, with some of those. I mentioned embracing curiosity, taking pride in what you do, careers research, school, college, absorbing that information that's going to sort of make sure that you're the very best that you can be and taking pride in that. Having courage, we know that applying for opportunities is a difficult task, and there's lots of resources out there, this being one of them, but you're displaying courage just coming on and listening to this. So well done. And then showing care, I mentioned internally, externally as well, we show a lot of care to our communities and customers, and that's hugely important. So if you're looking to join Severn Trent, then customer is very much at the forefront of what we do. So do bear that in mind. Now then, I'm not going to go into too much detail with regards to this slide, but as a regulated water and wastewater business, then we do report into a regulator for the industry, and that regulator is known as Ofwat. And we work within 5-year blocks. And as you can see on here, there is a range of commitments that we make to the regulator about how we're going to support our community and how we're going to improve those services that we provide. So I'm not going to go through every single one on here, but we're currently in the middle of what we would call an asset management period. So between 20 and 2025, these are the commitments that we have to our communities and customers, and we are assessed by the regulator to make sure that we're meeting those. So we help our customers that need it most. We are looking to improve our service all of the time. So those numbers that you can see in front of you are commitments that we have to our communities, and the regulator has those, and we will be rewarded if we meet those and penalised if we don't. So let's look at those in a little bit more detail, actually, because they are really important. So sewer flooding, reducing those over the course of 5 years. People do have problems in our communities time to time with low pressure. So it's our job to make sure that we look to fix those first time. So we have a big percentage of low pressure sort of issues that we sort of are aiming to fix first time, and then reducing by leakage. Now, this one isn't bursts in the road, okay? This is leakage across our network. If you think of all those pipes across our communities, taking that water from distribution reservoirs across our communities, then what we are doing is monitoring those levels and reducing leakage that could be going through those pipes. So that's one of our apprenticeship programs out in our communities, is for leakage, and that's unaccounted for loss of water. It's not bursts. Improving the environment. The environment is hugely important to everybody. Being a sustainable business is hugely important. So reducing pollution, and then improving those river courses across the Severn Trent region, and then giving back to communities. You can see a big number in front of you of £10 million, and that's a purpose-built academy that opened last year. We're just approaching that first year anniversary, and that's a reassurance to our communities, but it's a facility that is there for our people to complete training that's going to help them in their roles and be the very best that they can. And also on the left-hand side of that slide, you can see a 1%. So those profits that Severn Trent make, 1% of all of our profits goes back into our communities. So we have a community fund, and those charities that need that funding most are able to submit requests for support, and we distribute funds across our entire region. Let's move on. So I mentioned environment. The environment is our supply chain. If you're interested in the environment, then Severn Trent is a great place to start your career. We're constantly interacting with it, and you can see some big numbers here as well. So these are commitments that we have to the environment in which we work in, so improving biodiversity in terms of land, reducing pollutions, and then also reusing resources and renewable energy. So net carbon zero by 2030, that's only 8 years away. So to be a net carbon zero business by then is quite challenging, and you can see some of the things that we're doing. Moving towards an electric vehicle fleet by 2030. So all of those vehicles that you see out in our communities, and switching from fuel to electric. The green power we've spoken about, and the ways in which we are able to produce energy. So that should sort of help us meet that target, which is way ahead of government targets by 2050. And so there's some examples there on the right about what we're doing to sort of bounce back greener after the pandemic. So Severn Trent have been awarded funding by the regulator to support key projects across all of our communities, and that will see opportunities for young people as well. Social. So again, going back to the kind of organisation that you're looking to join. I've mentioned some of these in the previous slide with the commitments that we have to our communities. But not only do we have a purpose as an organisation, but we have a social purpose too. So that is supporting communities, but it is also supporting our people to be who they truly are, and to allow people to flourish within the workplace. So let's talk about apprenticeships. So first and foremost, an apprenticeship at Severn Trent, it is a real job. You know, you are getting a permanent contract the same as any other employee. So you're getting that salary paid in, you're getting annual leave exactly the same as other employees as well, and you're treated in the same way. You've got that learning that you'll be completing, and some of the learning pathways will differ depending on the kind of apprenticeship that you're looking to go into. But we have a range of those. And the table at the bottom there explains the level of apprenticeships that we have from an educational level perspective. So we do have intermediate apprenticeships at GCSE level. So whether you're somebody that is watching this that is in year 11, you haven't taken your GCSEs yet, and you're looking to gain that, so sort of start your career within an industry that can take you to really where you want it to go, then there's opportunities there. But also, you will also be able to apply for level 3 opportunities as well. I'll come on to the programs in a little bit more detail on what we have, but also we have level 4, we have level 5, we have level 6 and level 7. So for those of you that are considering, okay, well, I'm not sure what's right for me, then the apprenticeship offering does allow you to sort of join us as an organisation, complete qualifications to degree level. And I would also add that there are people within the business that will complete a level 3 at the start of their career. and then following graduation on that program, that case-by-case basis, to be able to continue that development. So there's plenty of examples of people that have completed level 3 apprenticeships in the operational world and then go on to complete additional qualifications up to degree level. So it's a fantastic option to consider. So if we look operationally, so what do we mean by operationally? So these are the kind of opportunities that will see you out and about in our communities, but also on a site. So there's variances in terms of learning. So if we take the Assistant Water Network Technician apprenticeship, then our academy is a training provider. So all of the learning would take place at the Severn Trent site. All of you would sort of be in a cohort completing that learning, and that would be in block periods and a balance between completing that and going out into the communities with your mentors, with your line managers, and identifying that leakage within our communities. Maintenance technicians, the first year is predominantly spent at college. So you'll be building up all of that engineering, grounding and knowledge to enable you to go into the workplace and start to build up that portfolio of evidence and meeting the apprenticeship standard. The operations technician is similar to the Assistant Water Network Technician. So we are able to put individuals that are going onto this program through our academy to complete the learning that way. So again, it would be in blocks, but then there will be more time out on site. We have vehicle technicians across different locations, predominantly Coventry, Derby, but also Shropshire as well. And we have waste network technicians across our communities. So again, that's level 2, and those learnings would be completed in the academy also. We have delivery assistants within offices, and we have site security and resilience. We also have tanker drivers. So those of you that could be watching this that already have your driving license and are looking to go into a career within logistics, then this is a fantastic opportunity for you. Commercial opportunities, the whole range there, and you can see the levels ranging from degree apprenticeships for surveyors to level 7, so that's a master's. That apprenticeship, admittedly, you would need to have completed the degree, but then we have different apprenticeships across different offices as well. So there's a huge range available for 2022. 2022 will see our biggest intake ever of apprenticeships. So there's a huge investment that the organisation is making into young people across our communities, and we're delighted to be sharing this with you today. The academy, as I mentioned, so there's different learning streams. So a lot of the apprenticeship core learning, depending on the programme, of course, will take place here, but also as a cohort, then there are additional days that are built into your plans to allow you to come together, develop those relationships and complete other learning that is going to help you throughout your career at Severn Trent. But as you can see from the bottom, there's different learning streams for all of our people across the organisation to really help them be the very best that they can be. So what are the key dates that we have? So applications are open at the moment, and all of the details of those programmes, the adverts, press apply, are on the website. Those vacancies, they close on the 13th of March. And then what we'll be doing in April is running virtual assessment centres. So we ran these for the first time last year, and the feedback that we had from candidates that were invited and attended was very, very positive. So because it has been COVID secure, then we've committed to that for this year. There will be opportunity to come and meet us face to face further down the line at pre-joiners events, but the calendar of activities will be, we'll run those virtual assessments during April, and we'll be letting people know of those dates as well as you progress through the assessment or selection process. Following those assessments, we'll be making offers, and we'll be asking individuals for information that's going to allow us to generate those terms and conditions for you so that you can show those to parents, etc. And for those that are under 18, we will need parent signatures. But then after that, we'll bring everybody together for pre-joiners events so that you can get to know us better. You can get to meet the new talent team. Also, you'll be linked in with your line managers as well. So you're really building and developing that relationship before start date on the 1st of August this year, and where there will be an induction week where we'll bring everybody together. So just to put that into context, there'll be 100 apprentices that will be joining us in 2022. So we're incredibly excited about that. It's a huge opportunity that we're providing across all of our communities. So whether that's in Gloucestershire, Worcestershire in the southwest, to North Nottinghamshire in the northeast, Leicestershire, Warwickshire, the central Midlands, as in West Midlands, Birmingham, Wolverhampton, Shropshire, Staffordshire, and Powys and North Wales, there are opportunity across all of our communities. Let's look at that selection process, because that's what you're probably thinking, well, what do I need to do? So there is an application form that we need everybody to complete. It's a fairly simple form to complete. I'll come on to that in a little bit more detail. Once you've completed that eligibility question and you've submitted your application form, everybody will be invited to complete online assessment. And there's two different types of assessments that we'll be asking individuals to complete dependent on the programme that you apply for. So if it's a maintenance technician apprenticeship, it's the operational world that you're looking to go into, then we would ask you to complete what we call cognitive tests. So it's a numerical tests, and that allows you to show us and demonstrate that ability using data. It is important from a problem solving perspective. It is important from an analysis, if you look at an engineering perspective. So for that opportunity, we would ask you to complete it. For other operational opportunities, then it would just be that first part. I'll come on to that in a few more details. For our commercial apprenticeships, so those that are level 4 and upwards, then you would complete that numerical test. And that's because we would like to see, alongside that online assessment, how you are completing and sort of what that level of numerical ability that you're demonstrating. After that, we will be inviting candidates week commencing sort of, I would say, around the 20th of March. We'll start to let people know, save the date. Then you will receive, in the run up to that assessment date in April, 7 days before, some guidance, information about what we'd like you to sort of complete in the run up to that. And then it'll be virtual. So it's a final stage. It's just an interview on a one-to-one basis, but then a presentation that we ask you to prepare. So if you're worried about how many people am I going to have to do this presentation in front of, don't worry. It's a one-to-one session on both of those exercises. And what we're also doing is we're also going to be providing some what we call candidate care sessions as well. And that allows, what we want to do is build up confidence in you. You should be able to come along to an assessment or a selection day, morning, afternoon, and feel confident in your own ability, because you've done a lot of the hard work already. You've demonstrated the reasons why you wish to pursue that program. You've completed some online assessments. So we don't want to sort of make it in an environment where you're not going to be your very best. So providing that care to you is hugely important. And we trialed this last year in the autumn, and it does work. People come along on the day and think, yeah, okay, I know what to expect now. You know, I know what's expected of me. I can sort of follow those asks and do my preparation, because we want to sort of make sure that you're the very best that you can be. It's quite a simple concept, but it's hugely important, and it allows you to relax, because if you relax, you're going to be yourself and you're going to share lots of information. That's exactly what we want. So let's look at the detail. So the application form, there is some information about you that we would like. Obviously your address, where you live, what school, college you attended, what those grades were, or what you're expecting if you've not completed those exams yet. And also from a key question perspective, we ask, you know, well, why are you sort of looking to apply to a Severn Trent apprenticeship program? So the kind of information that I've covered, if it resonates with you, then make those notes, put them into that particular part of the application form. Why are you pursuing this program of choice? We appreciate there's a lot of options there for you, right? We get that. But you've probably got an inkling of the kind of route that you're considering. Is it operational? Is it engineering? Is it operational but out in our communities? Is it commercial? Career planning does take time. So spend that time just having a read through of the options that are available to you. Whatever program that you decide to pursue, the one thing that I can guarantee is that you're going to get the support when you're with us. If you're putting that effort in, you're going to be successful. Let's go to the online assessment. So there's lots of guidance. When you get that invite, you'll get an email to say, click here. There is also a candidate preparation hub as well, so you can get a feel for the kind of assessments that you would be completing. It's not the level of difficulty, it's the type of assessment. But there's video guidance that helps you understand more about us as an organisation. And as I've mentioned all the way through this, that's really important. So whether you're a parent, you're obviously going to be sort of, from a caring perspective, making sure that your child is going to be going into an environment that is going to be looking after them. So there's videos about Severn Trent and the values that our people have and sort of display every day, and also guidance on how to complete those assessments. Okay, there is a series of tasks that you'll be completing that brings to life the Severn Trent culture. So you'll be introduced to 3 different areas, and you just naturally complete those assessments. Now, the final stage assessments, as I've mentioned, is in April, and I've mentioned the candidate care sessions as well. So what do we offer? So our offer to you, starting out on a career journey and making sure that that is right for everybody is hugely important. There's a big transition that a number of you will be making. So making sure that you're welcomed, that induction, that we're providing you with the right information, introducing you to the right teams or your teams, and people that you're reporting into, hugely important. So inductions, pre-joiners events, there's mentors that can be provided to you as well. That mentor may not work with you, but can be a supportive mechanism as you sort of complete your apprenticeship journey. Personal development plan, that's massively important on a day-to-day perspective, but with the learning, then you're going to be having those objectives as part of that as you complete the professional qualification, whatever route it is that you sort of are going to be taking. And those bespoke training programs, so I spoke about the academy, and while some of our apprentices will complete their formal apprenticeship learning at the academy, everyone will complete bespoke training programs that's going to help you develop knowledge, develop confidence, support you as you start your career with us. So how can you find out more? There's lots of program information on the website. So I've included the full link on here. So I would say if you just go to severntrent.com/careers, you will find your way to the graduates, undergraduates and apprentices page. So if you click on that, there's 2 options there. Apprentices is the one that you're going to be looking to click. Lots of information, video profiles. We've also got a series of careers events throughout the remainder of February where there's short registration forms. So at the end of February, we've got application masterclasses. We also have one tomorrow as well. So you can register on there. And there's also video from previous activities that we've ran to help you, and they're program specific. Follow us on social media, passive careers research through that information that you're regularly getting drip fed. It can be really beneficial. Obviously, there is lots going on during National Apprenticeship Week, and I hope you've been seeing lots of things happening, not just within Severn Trent, but also the other options that are available to you. So it's hugely important, a great way to be able to learn and really funnel down that decision. Can I see myself working at this organisation? And if you can see that and answer that question confidently, then you're taking the first sort of steps in pursuing apprenticeships at Severn Trent. So just as a summary, what I would like to say is, to summarise 2022, we have a huge range of opportunities this year. We welcome candidates from all areas of our community. There are a lot of operational roles that we have, and really the art of the possible is down to you, because remember, this is just the very start where we provide you with that grounding and apprenticeship that is going to help you during the remainder of your career. If you're looking to join an organisation that is amazingly supportive to its employees, provides that learning opportunity, you want to join an organisation where there's a cohort, but also you want to do something that is good within your community, then we provide one of life's essentials. That's the purpose that we have. So if you're looking to kind of join an organisation like that, then we look forward to hearing from you. I hope you found this useful, and it's been a pleasure being able to sort of provide this detail so that you can view in your own time, follow those links to the website, and all the very best with your applications. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the rest of National Apprenticeship Week. Bye-bye.